A key part of the standard opening in any workplace investigation interview is explaining how the conversation will be documented. This includes both note-taking and any recording procedures that may be used. While this may seem like a procedural detail, it plays an important role in building transparency, managing expectations, and ensuring the integrity of the information collected. From the outset, the investigator should clearly explain that they will be taking notes throughout the interview. These notes are not informal reminders, they form part of the official record of the investigation and will be used to accurately reflect what was said when preparing the final report. It is also helpful to let the interviewee know that the investigator may occasionally pause during the conversation to write something down or confirm a detail. This helps normalize pauses in the discussion and prevents the interviewee from misinterpreting silence as uncertainty or disengagement. At the same time, the investigator should clarify the nature of these notes. They are intended to be factual and neutral, capturing what is said without inserting personal opinions, interpretations, or judgments. This reinforces the investigator's role as an impartial fact finder and helps build confidence that the process is being handled professionally and fairly. If a second person is present in the interview room, their role must also be clearly explained at the beginning. Interviewees should not be left wondering why another individual is present. The investigator should introduce the note-taker and explain that their function is limited to documenting the conversation or supporting accuracy in the record, not participating in the questioning. If the interview is being recorded, it is good practice to state for the record everyone who is present in the room before proceeding. This level of transparency helps prevent misunderstandings and reinforces procedural fairness. Where audio or video recording is used, the investigator must obtain explicit consent before starting. This should be done clearly and on the record, especially in jurisdictions where all-party consent is required by law. The purpose of recording should also be explained in simple terms. It is to ensure the most accurate and reliable account of the discussion and to avoid disputes about what was said later on. At the same time, investigators should acknowledge that recording can make some people feel more guarded and should take steps to maintain a calm and professional tone to help put the interviewee at ease. Another important element is explaining the review and verification process. Interviewees should be told at the beginning that they will have an opportunity to review a summary of their statements or the notes taken during the interview once the discussion is complete. This allows them to confirm accuracy and request corrections if something has been misunderstood or recorded incorrectly. They should also be informed that they will be asked to sign off on the record, confirming that it reflects their account to the best of their knowledge. Finally, investigators should address how these records will be stored and accessed. Interviewees should be reassured that notes and recordings will be kept securely and treated as confidential documents, shared only with individuals who have a legitimate need to know as part of the investigation or decision-making process. Where applicable, the investigator should also clarify whether the interviewee or their representative is entitled to receive a copy of the notes or transcript, as this may vary depending on organizational policy and legal requirements. By clearly explaining note-taking and recording protocols at the outset, the investigator strengthens transparency, reduces anxiety, and reinforces trust in the investigative process. It ensures that the interview is understood not as an informal conversation, but as a structured, fair, and professionally documented fact-finding exercise.